Hi, I'm Dr. Crompton and I'm going to be explaining assignment 1. So here we are in the Google Classroom. What's nice about the Google Classroom is it's very easy to navigate, there's very little buttons there, but they have this stream here that goes through everything basically that I've posted. Now we have Flipgrid Module 1, which you'll have done, or many of you will be doing. But here we go, assignment 1, mini paper. There's 2 parts there. There's the assignment and there's the rubric. Both are so crucial. And make sure you read the rubric all the way through. So let's have a look first of all at the assignment. Okay. Now on the assignment, what I want to explain about this is rather than the writing, the thinking that goes behind this is huge. You are going to be greatly thinking about many different aspects and pulling all sorts in. What's important is you do the readings and you understand when it gets to it that week what TPACK is, what SAMR is and what the essential conditions are, because you'll need to know them in depth to be able to do this assignment. So at the top there it explains, as graduate students it's important you're looking at scholarly research articles and critiquing what people have done. As we always explain about learners in general, we don't want them to be passive learners, we want them to be really active, critical consumers. And interestingly enough, as you are scholars now, when you're looking at peer-reviewed published articles, you've also got to look at them with a critical eye. Just because they're published, it doesn't mean that they are perfect. In fact, I think I've found very few that are, including ones, many that I've written. So be very critical. So in this assignment, you are to write a response to the authors of a recent research article. It's not like a letter. Again, this is very scholarly, that you're going to write a publishable article that's in response to something that they've written, in response to a study that they have conducted. So what you need to find is a study where technology has been used in a classroom, perhaps with 1 or 2 students, but maybe a few more would be better. But basically, technology, this researcher that you're looking at has gone into a classroom, worked with children, used technology and reported the results. That is what you're going to look at. So you're going to find a study, and that sounds kind of probably fairly simple, but it's not, because you're going to have to think about a great many things. So then I'm going to the second part here, evaluate the use of technology against the essential conditions, SAMR and TPACK. So let's go through these. I've tried to do them not in order exactly, but I've tried to put below exactly what you need to be thinking about. So the first crucial one, and if you've been out of academia for a while, this is a big one. When you're looking for scholarly articles, you have to look in scholarly places. Don't do a Google search. If you're doing a Google search, make sure it's on Google Scholar. But the best way to do it is to use ODU Library, search for peer-reviewed journal articles, and then look for the study. If you've not been familiar doing this for a while, they've got a chat feature there, and we've also got the library here. Just come on in and people will be more than happy to help you look. Then what you're going to be doing here is, and hopefully you can see my mouse there, you are going to write a response to authors, which includes, I would like it to start off, because again you're writing a scholarly article, you're going to start by describing the issue that the researcher was looking at. So imagine you find a study to do with collaborative learning and group work using technology in science. So you're going to start the paper by talking about that topic. Describe that topic as in what happens, what the research shows at the moment, so you're going to kind of have to look for various articles to see what they're saying. Then, after you've talked about the technology and the issue that they're talking about, you're going to write a summary of the research. So, write a description of the collaborative learning and how technology can be supportive, or anything it shows in the research to kind of frame what you're going to be talking about. Then for the next part, you're going to do a summary of the article that you've chosen. So the article I've chosen is from Schweller, Morgan, whatever, and they looked at collaborative learning and technology. And they used this many students, and you're going to describe the study, so I don't need to go and look at that study. I know everything I need to know there. Then, the description of the essential conditions. I am not greatly bothered about you, and I really actually don't want you to go through all of the 14 of the essential conditions, but just say, okay, it appears, because you're not going to know everything, it appears that the technology was there so that, that was covered, the technology, the hardware. It looks like the researchers were able to, manage the technical issues that the teacher might have. It looks like they had Wi-Fi because they connected to Wi-Fi and so on. So focus on all those bits. Then just write a paragraph or so saying what you know. Then the next part, these are the big ones. An in-depth review of TPACK and SAMR. So what I would like you to do is then pull apart what the researchers did with the students and connect it to TPACK. You can do a diagram if you want, that might be kind of nice. You don't need to, but describe all the different parts and how it connects to what they did. Then you're going to critique it against SAMR. What level did they have the students working? Was it something that can be replicated without technology? And so again, this is all in-depth writing in a scholarly way. Now when you're doing this, especially with the TPACK and in particular the SAMR, what you're going to do is you're going to bring other people's research in to describe your arguments and make a case. For example, I've given you an e.g. there, cite other scholarly work throughout the paper. And I've put an example. In this study, Chin had students using technology at the substitution level. However, technology can be used at a higher level on the SAMR framework. Peers conducted a study that used students using technology to collaborate. In other words, what you're saying is, okay, these researchers did this, but look, we could have had students collaborating, doing other things as well, that put them higher on SAMR. So, otherwise you might actually have a great study and say, yeah, so-and-so tried to use collaboration, but they used a lower level of SAMR. And so this is kind of a good paper. So again, you don't have to be negative about the paper. You might have a really positive one, but you're going to really critique what they have done. I've put the details there, 12-point font and so on, and I've put in bold, this is crucial. Read the rubric, because I have details in here, but in the rubric there's a lot more to say exactly what you should be doing, and I'd like you to figure out where you want to place yourself. I will not be giving you a grade, I will just be putting where you are on the rubric. So you will have chosen your grade by where you fit it. And I'll just be looking at the descriptions, looking at your paper and seeing how it matches. So don't forget, I don't give you the grade, you choose your grade on where you want to fit on the rubric. So the last thing there is an example of a scholarly response of a research article that's a good example, and that is so well cited. And the title is Scaffolding and Achievement in Problem-Based and Inquiry Learning. a response to Kirshner, Sweller and Clark. So this is what they've done, and they had it published to argue against what somebody else had done. So that might be worth looking at. Right, well, good luck, and if you have any questions whatsoever, however small, please contact me. And good luck. This will take a lot of thinking. The thinking and the setup will be crucial to how good the paper is. So don't scrimp on the thinking and the planning.